Hey there everyone, I hope you're doing well. So my name's Dralo44. You might be familiar with my channel and you might not be. So basically normally I post a lot of videos about goals and, assists, goals, saving, things like that. And, okay, it's quite hard with content to keep it interesting. So I think I fancied doing something a little different on this occasion. So what I did is that basically I have gone and bought 44 Golden Egg 22s. Now, this came out of my own money, my own credits, and yeah, it's not cheap, let's be honest here. And there's no chance, pretty much even with some insane luck, that I made my credits back, even if I was to sell every single item. So honestly, I wouldn't recommend it unless you really are doing videos or you're just buying a few to try and get lucky. Most of the time, unless you land like Titanium White Zombies, something like that, you're really not going to make your money back or your credits back, which is unfortunate, really. However, it is a lot of fun and I do enjoy making new videos and different content. So if you do like it, please give me a like. That would be really appreciated. If I do reach a certain number of likes, probably in sort of scale of how many views, I will do another one because I love these kind of videos and it's actually quite fun. It's actually much more fun than I expected. And if you want to subscribe, like I say, at 350 subscribers, then I'm actually going to be giving away any item to the winner of their choice of a value of up to 800 credits. So you can choose yourself a Black Market, an Octane, whatever, and pretty much have it as long as you're the winner. So pretty cool. All you got to do is be subscribed, leave a like on the video, and tell me your user ID if you haven't already in the comments below. Right, well, anyway, that said, I mean, obviously in the background, as I say, I'm just purchasing off a seller. This guy was really cool, really like legit, which is always a bit of a thing as well when you're trading. It can be a little bit scary in the sense, and if you want to skip it, I think around about sort of 3 minutes or so is when I actually start opening the crates. So if you just want to stick to there, skip to that part, absolutely fine. I'm cool with that. At the end of the day, individual choices to what you want to do. But realistically, with the sort of openings and things like that, it actually is really exciting. I mean, I quite like the Golden Egg 22s a bit more than I expected, because they've got the Flare sort of like Spiralis wheels and the Flare SSL wheels as well, which makes them unique, and they do come painted, which is pretty cool. You've got painted slipstreams, you've got like a heat wave, couple of crap black markets like sort of Parallax and Biomass. I don't really like them, but then you've also got the chance of like winning painted zombies, which is kind of one of the main things that you're kind of going for, along with those black markets. Realistically, that's the kind of the main aim. And I think that, like I say, I mean, as long as I can sort of do that, then I will be looking to do this again. Now, you will see the items in the background, and obviously I won't talk about every single item in the sense of what I'm winning, just because, okay, I mean, you can kind of see it on the screen. But I just wanted to kind of talk to you about a little bit about, opening these eggs and things like that. Now, 44 cost me 4,400 credits. It was quite expensive, like I said. Comes out of my own credits. I have got like a YouTube code or anything to give me a little bit of money back. I'm literally got 313 subscribers, I think it is at the minute. So realistically, it's like you're just doing it off your own back, and of course these things aren't particularly cheap. However, like anything, all you can hope for is a little bit of luck. Now, as you can see, I sort of get a breakout dot matrix with a cert. Okay, not bad. Fourth one in. Actually, this one is insane. I land a black market. Fourth one in, and it's a purple painted slipstream black market. How crazy is that? I'm literally, the reason I haven't moved or like moved the cursor or anything is I'm absolutely stunned. Not only is it like my favorite game color or one of them, but also it's a black market in 4. Wow. Blew my mind, that did, and it looks actually quite good, even though the preset isn't really set around it. It actually looks really nice, worth around 1,000 to 1,200 credits. Not a bad little pull there. Very happy. I posted that clip individually yesterday as well because I was just like, wow, that's just insane. Now, obviously, a lot of the more realistic things is like the rares. You can't get uncommons, weirdly, in Golden Eggs. It seems so. You do only seem to land the sort of the rares. And of course, you can land things like these decals for Dominuses and various other cars. Quite a few horrific things for cars as well that I wasn't that impressed with. Troikas in forest greens. I wish they were roasted, actually. That would be kind of cool, but I know they are the exotics, so I guess I kind of see why. The normal Troikas, not as good. So yeah, so while I'm doing all these, I mean, actually, the way that the video's gone, because it's going to be about 11 minutes and 39 seconds long, naturally, I realised that, especially when you're a smaller YouTuber, most people's attention span is not there, and viewing time tends to be around about, you might get like 4 or 5 minutes out of people. Sometimes people do watch longer, which is awesome. Thank you if you do that. But realistically, you have to be kind of in that sort of view of that not everyone's going to watch the entire video. So with regards to trade ups, because that's something that I do as well afterwards, I basically will be posting that tomorrow, which I actually then go in and do like the trade ups. Got a couple of good things, but I just didn't want to make the video too long because, it can be a little bit there. Flares to Spiralis. Now, the only thing I was gutted about is that they were not painted. Absolutely mortified. Would have loved them. I'm not sure, though, what's the difference between the normals or the R2 ones and those. Let me know if you know what it is, apart from addition. I wondered if there was any sort of actual difference in the way that they looked. I'm not so sure. I haven't really seen painted Spiralis wheels, so again, it's one of those things that I'm just a little bit aware of. It's like, oh, right, okay, maybe they're different in design or something, but yeah, decals and things like that. So obviously with the openings, I mean, I've had a couple of okay things, had quite a few very rares actually. The over 10 kilowatt is not a bad decal actually for an animated. It's quite clean, quite cool, but one of those ones that sort of like probably is a little bit underrated. Now, obviously, another very rare, okay, yet again, another Striker Breakout Dot Matrix. I mean, not bad, pretty reasonable. This one, I believe, is the one that I also then get another Black Market, which I think is insane. 13 later, I get a Labyrinth. Now, obviously, I appreciate the Labyrinth, in terms of PS4 at least, it's worth about 100 credits. So value-wise, it's not the greatest, but actually, in terms of luck, and in terms of what I got, this is, again, absolutely amazing. I mean, 2 Black Markets in a roundabout sort of maybe 15 or 16 sort of like openings, pretty damn cool. Actually, it might be like 17 actually, but Proton, not that brilliant, but an import, trade up material, always good, because again, that's something I like as well, is that you can trade up these items to try and get some other things. Now, obviously, what you really kind of want, I suppose, being realistic, as much as the Black Markets are really groovy, where you kind of want to, like what you'd rather get, I suppose, is as many imports as possible. Because then, of course, you can trade them up for exotics, which then you can either keep, sell, or trade up if you really want to try and get yourself a Black Market if there's a particular one that you do want and you want that chance. So, there's lots of kind of opportunities. I think the Golden Eggs are one of the better crates, in my opinion, for sort of like things. They've actually updated some of it, which I think is good. There isn't a lot of, I mean, don't get me wrong, obviously there are some really crap items. I mean, you could argue that for the Merc, the Narwhal, not great, not the worst by any means, but if you're not using the Merc or whatever, a kind of a trade-up material one. Imports, you do get some painted ones. Dark Metal, I wish they kind of were painted. I think they might be kind of cool, though a little bit chunky. I know the Proton comes painted, and I know that like the Pixel one comes painted as well. I think there's another one off the top of my head that does as well. And, those ones look really cool. I unfortunately didn't win any of those ones, particularly, apart from, I think, a Proton. I think that was the only one I think I did get eventually. But, so there is a couple of downsides. You don't get any Octanes in it, which, again, but then again, realistically, like the drop rates of sort of like actual drops are absolute trash. I do think that the Golden Eggs are better, just that you have to unfortunately buy them, which is where it's a bit of a downside. Now, have you like won anything lucky? I mean, I think that's a big question as well. Any of you won anything particularly good from like the free ones? And if you bought any and kind of like won something really good, I'd be interested to kind of hear. I mean, like, drop me a comment below, let me know what you think. And also, like I say, I mean, let me know if you've enjoyed this kind of video. I mean, like, do you like these kind of openings? Do you sort of want to see this kind of thing again at some point? Because I sort of got the plan of like, if I can get enough feedback and obviously it's worth me doing, then I'm kind of happy to do this a little bit more regularly, just because it's kind of interesting like this. But other stuff really cool, so it'd be kind of nice just to get a bit of feedback on it. And like I say, I mean, it's hard sort of generally. Loopers, yeah, I mean, like, again, not too shabby. I don't think they're the most expensive thing by any means in items, and that could have easily been like a Zombo or something else, but hey, it's a good start. Mosaics coming painted as well. You got Lobos, which is kind of cool. I think the Lobos actually are quite nice wheels as well. I was actually surprised because the Crimson Lobos, the unpainted ones, are actually crimson, and they actually look really good. I was really surprised how bright and how nice they looked, and some of the other ones do as well. I'm not quite so keen on the ARAs, and I think there's like another one, the can't remember what the other one was, but it's not that great. And some of the decals, yeah, I mean, they're a bit underwhelming, of course. However, these are really kind of decent. And I do think, like, the Golden Pumpkins, I think there was one of them ones that was pretty decent. But like I say, I've never done this before. This is a whole new thing for me. It's just something that I fancy doing. I wanted to kind of post something a little bit of a change, and, show kind of like some luck and what I want. I mean, I think that realistically, 2 black markets, 1 painted, 1 unpainted, just that alone has been absolutely amazing. I've had a painted exotic, a couple of imports. Realistically, that's probably not a bad pull, to be honest, out of 44, because realistically, I've seen openings, I've seen like Pick-a-Picks, I've seen a lot of people opening up like hundreds, 200 or whatever, and not even getting a black market. I mean, obviously, it is luck. Sometimes you see them open up 50 and they get 3 black markets, so it seems to really vary, but the drop rates aren't that bad. So, like I said, add another exotic is always nice. I did get Lobos, the Crimson Lobos actually, or the unpainted ones which look crimson, with Juggler cert on it. They actually do not look that bad. Not maybe on my card, but they don't look that bad. But anyway, that said, it is coming to near the end of the video. I'll post about the trade-ups tomorrow. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you enjoyed it, I'd love to do this again, so please do let me know. And if you want to join, subscribe to enter in the giveaway, excellent. If you could leave a like on the video, it'd be much appreciated. And I look forward to reading some comments below on what you think and everything. But that said, thank you very much for taking the time to watch. I do appreciate it. You have a great rest of the evening. Take care. Bye-bye.